For most of my life, I believed that the easy life was for other people, that I was just one of those people that was just unfortunate and I had to work hard for a living and I had to struggle and that I was always going to be in debt no matter what I did. And then I discovered universal laws, and I discovered that I am as loved by God as the billionaires, the millionaires we know. It's just they are matching up to a frequency of wealth that I was not matched up to. Hello, I'm Tabitha. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about our mindset, universal laws, and how we can unlock those universal laws to help make our life better. When I discovered universal law, it completely shattered my old belief system. It became obvious to me that all the things I'd always wanted but felt I couldn't get, that was just because of the way I was thinking. Success isn't about luck, and it's not about being more loved or chosen by God. It is about alignment. Alignment is what you want with that you desire. Imagine trying to play a game and you don't know the rules. That's what life is like when you don't study universal laws. Whether you realize it or not, these universal laws are at work at all times in your life, just like the law of gravity. For years, I lived by the law of scarcity, and what did I get? I got scarcity. It didn't matter how much money I made. I never had enough. And my reality, it reflected exactly what I believed. I grew up most of my life in a poverty mindset. I employed the law of scarcity in my life for many years. And it took me a very long time to recognize that and overcome using that law by default. There's several different laws, and the more you know about them, the more aware you are of them, the better your life can be. But today we're going to talk about some of my own struggle with universal law and becoming aware of how I was thinking and how I used to really be in a scarcity mindset. It took me years to overcome it because I used to think that some people were just chosen to live an easy life. But my situation was, for whatever reason, I had to work hard. I had to struggle. I was always trying to make ends meet. And the good life, the life where you go on vacations, multiple times a year, you go and buy whatever you want at the grocery store, that was for the other people. That wasn't for me. And basically I was programmed to think that because in my home, I was an only child. My parents didn't have high-paying jobs. They were smokers. They weren't drinkers, but they were both very depressed people, and they instilled a poverty mindset within me to the point that I didn't even ask for things, because if I did ask for things, I was scolded for asking for things. I heard, we can't afford that. You shouldn't want things all the time. It's wrong for you to want things. You should only be getting things at Christmas. I heard that a lot. Like, you can't just ask for toys. It's not Christmas. And, I didn't even ask for things. I was shot down so many times that I didn't even ask for things growing up. And that followed me throughout my life. Like, I wouldn't even buy myself things I needed when I got older because I had such a scarcity mindset. And I noticed that it didn't even matter that I went from being a Cracker Barrel waitress to a registered nurse. I still struggled to make ends meet, even though I worked more overtime than probably anyone else in my hospital. It was because of my thoughts. It was because I continuously believed I didn't have enough money, therefore my reality reflected that. I employed the law of scarcity in my life. And it didn't have to be that way. When I became aware of how I was thinking and how much it was impacting my life, it was almost like a relief. Like, I can just change my thoughts and change my life. And so I did. And here's what I learned. First of all, if you don't know about universal law, then life is a game that you're playing and you don't even know the rules. There is a great book, it's an older book by Florence Scovel Shinn, and it's The Game of Life and How to Play It. I would really suggest that you buy that book. It is a great book, or you can listen to it free on YouTube. It has a lot of great affirmations. And the point of the whole book, even though she never comes out and says it, but we are the thoughts that we think. Our life becomes the thoughts we think. Universal laws are the hidden rules of reality. The hidden rules of reality. They're unseen forces that shapes the lives that we live. Just like gravity keeps you anchored to the ground, universal laws, they shape your reality, the life you live, the relationships you have, and how much money you make, how much money you keep, and how you use that energy from the money to make your life great or to make your life miserable. And the great part is you don't have to chase anything. You don't have to chase success. You can learn to attract the success that you want. So if universal law is always working, why isn't everyone successful? Well, because everybody doesn't know about universal law, or they don't believe that it's true. And the number one reason that we struggle with creating the life that we want to live is we focus on what we don't want. And whatever you give your attention to is what you're drawing to you. It's like a magnetic force. Whatever you focus on, if you're focused on your husband never helping around the house, spending too much money or not helping you with bills, being grouchy, being grumpy, not wanting to spend time with you, that is exactly the kind of husband you're going to have. You have to focus on the good. You have to think, I have a husband that, he's always there for me when I need him. He makes time for me. He does things around the house. He buys me flowers occasionally. He treats me like I am someone he adores. That's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on how much money you have in the bank and how thankful you are for the money in your bank. You have to be appreciative for the money that you have, and you don't focus on how much money you don't have. So we would have everything we wanted if we just focused on what we want and not on what we don't want. Another reason people have trouble utilizing universal laws in their life is that their subconscious beliefs don't match up with their desires. You can't believe that you're poor and create any money. You can't believe that you're unlovable and attract the person of your dreams. You have to know that you're loved and you're worthy. You have to match your subconscious belief with the good that you desire. It is the only way the two vibrational frequencies will come together. Make sure all your actions come from a place of alignment and not a place of scarcity. Back when I used to work incredible hours, we're talking, I think I worked 8 12-hour shifts back to back to back once. I worked on call. I just worked myself into exhaustion, basically, and into burnout. It's really easy to overwork as a registered nurse, believe me. I was coming from a place of needing to hustle, needing to work until I just couldn't work anymore, because I thought I need to do that and need to work hard because I need more money. And I never had enough money because I wasn't using universal law in my favor. I was using a universal law, but it was the law of scarcity, not the law of plenty, of abundance. I was working harder and not smarter. So how do you get in alignment? That's the big question. I used to think people would always say on their YouTube videos, be in alignment, be in alignment. How do you get in alignment? Let me tell you. You reprogram your mind for abundance. You start saying every day, I have all the money I need. I am open and receptive to all the good the universe has to offer. Money flows to me. I'm a magnet to money. I have all the money I need. There's all kinds of money affirmations. You just find the one that clicks with you. I know that all my needs are met at every moment of time and point of space. There's thousands of ways you can say it. But when you find the one that seems automatic for you to say and just seems to click, that's the one that you want to use all the time. Another thing you want to do, you want to feel the energy of success before it arrives. You want to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard would say. Instead of waiting to feel wealthy, confident, or successful, embody those feelings now. Shift your focus to gratitude, because gratitude has a magnetism. If you have children, you know this. When they are grateful for something, you just want to buy more of that thing, right? Or do more of that thing, or make more of that food that they're grateful for. That's how the universe is when we show gratitude for the good in our life. And even before we receive it, if we're grateful for it, it's going to come to us one way or another. You also want to take inspired action. You don't want to do things out of fear, but if you feel a prompting, if you, well, let's just say you don't want to wait for an opportunity. You want to create your opportunity. Follow your intuition and take action that feels aligned with whatever it is you're wanting to create. Let go of doubt and trust the process. Manifestation isn't about forcing something to happen. It's about aligning with it, aligning with the vision that you have. And this is a hard part, but you want to release the attachment of how something will happen for you and just let the process unfold. Sometimes things happen in a way that you would have never, ever dreamed of. Just know that it will happen. Trust the universe to unfold it in whatever way it needs to unfold. And wait. Wait for the divine timing and the divine order that it will arrive. Shifting your mindset isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. And it's about aligning with the universe. It's about working with the universal laws and aligning with those laws. When you start applying these principles, your life's going to change. The first step is to just be aware of them, to read whatever you can about these laws, and focus on reprogramming your mind for success.